So I've actually known what my major would be and is now for a very long time. I've always been interested and intrigued by technology and the cutting edge and the next big thing and the next big step and what it can do for everyone in the community and everyone around the world. So I've had this business. I've been an entrepreneur on Craigslist. You've probably heard of it. It's a website where you buy and sell items. You post classifieds for them. And what I've done is that I have bought and sold electronics and technology related items on it. I would watch the classifieds all day, and if I saw a good deal and saw something that I want, I would buy it, whether it be a laptop or a cell phone or something related like that. So I'd go and organize, meet the seller, negotiate the price, check out the goods, see if it was worth me getting, and I would buy it and then either resell it or repair it and then resell it. And I only did this because I knew what the value was, and I only bought items if I could make money on them or if I could tinker with them enough where it'd be worth me buying them and then selling them again. So I was actually very passionate about this, and that's something I really enjoyed. And I'm glad that I was able to find this actually because my major is so closely related with that I'm glad to be able to be part of it and to be passionate about it because I think that's extremely important when you're finding a career path that you actually need to like it and you need to be passionate about it if you want to be successful and you want to be happy doing it. So I'm excited for computer information systems. So my three greatest strengths are being positive and optimistic in the work environment, being reliable when it comes down to it, and also being a self starter and being self motivated. So, when I worked my internship 2 summers ago at the Mayor's Youth Employment Program for the city of Charlotte, one of my main responsibilities for my internship was I had to organize and conduct interviews with the host employers and the employees of our program. We were the intermediary between students, which were the employees, and hosts, which were the employers. We would match students with the employers, and I worked the internship over the summer in the heat of when all the internships were happening with the actual employers. So I would have to go out to their site and do interviews with both the employee and the employers to see if everything was going well, going smoothly, and just to check up on them pretty much and see if anyone had any concerns with anything or recommendations for to make things better with the entire program. So the one of the toughest parts of this was that I had to actually organize the meetings and get out there. And this would mean I would have to get on the phones and get phone numbers to call the host employers and get a hold of the right person, schedule a time, find emails, and find the right emails was a big one. But this was an issue because a lot of the employers didn't get back to you as well as they should have. A lot of course, they lived hectic lives. They were full time employees and they had other things to do, of course. But I had to persevere and actually get the interviews because that's what I had to do and that's what I needed to do. So this required anything. I showed up at a few employers' places of work just to have them look me face to face and say, "Hey, I can find a spot for you to interview me and my employee." So this could have been this could have been a huge issue, but I was able to look at it positively and optimistically and say, "Look, this is what I need to do, and I'm sure it'll work out if I can do this." An objective view also helped by just kind of looking at the situation from someone else and saying, okay, maybe I can do this differently and it might work out differently. And in the end, I got everything done, and it was very accomplishing. I felt very accomplished about the entire experience because yes, it was hard, but I looked at it positively and I got everything done. And the reason I got everything done was because I needed to and I wanted to. So definitely the largest strength would be positivity in the workplace, reliability, and being self motivated. In my previous position, I believe I wasn't goal oriented enough. I did have goals, but I I stuck to mediocrity, and I reflect on that in a very harsh way because I feel like that I need to go for excellence more, much more. I handed in and did all the assignments that were asked of me, but not much more. And I feel like that's not acceptable because if you're not striving for excellence, then there's not really a point. I can easily improve on this by just putting in more work and striving for a better accomplishment and for better goals. I need to be more oriented in the goals that I want, which are to strive to be better, not just turning in the assignments and being mediocre and doing what you're asked, but doing more and stepping up and doing the extra step to be absolutely excellent. So I feel like I could be a lot more goal oriented and look at the big picture instead of what's happening right in front of me. So, and to piece that all together as one big goal would definitely be a positive, and that was a weakness in the past, but I recognize that, and hopefully I can improve on that. Well, in the past, I worked for a soccer center. It was called Striker Soccer Center, and I would referee games on the weekends and during the week sometimes. And most of these games consisted of 50-minute games with two halves, and I would need to show up about 15 minutes before the games to check in all the players and make sure they were prepared and everything was correct before starting. So the conflict that I had was I wasn't scheduled to work one Saturday, but I was woken up by a call by my superior. His name was Russell, and he said, "Hey, I need you to come in. We had another ref bail and not show up, so we need you to come in for an 11:15 game and a 12:30 game." This was a conflict that I misheard 11:15 for 11:50. So thinking I was fine, I took my time, got prepared, and headed over to Strikers. And by the time I got there, another referee had to he would he took my spot for the game, and he wasn't too happy about it that he had to stay longer during the day and take it. And I could have improved on this a lot by paying closer attention to the phone call. I misheard the time, and it's because I wasn't paying as close of attention as I should have been to the phone call. And but I don't look at it as a bad experience because they realized what I'd done and they weren't happy about it, but they gave me an opportunity and I learned from the situation. And I think I came out a better employee and a better worker after it because I just learned from the mistake and hopefully improved my work ethic.